Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. The new film is called Downhill, and I'm here with its two stars, Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell. Both of you obviously can ski, but is there different pressure on you when there's a camera rolling?
Yes, there is, actually. I mean, we were just saying earlier you want to look like you know what you're doing, but you've got a crew on skis who are skiing super close to you
Yes.
with a lot of heavy equipment, and they're skiing backwards half the time. So that is, you're sort of worried about the crew at the same time, but you can't show it.
I have to thank you guys for allowing us to come on set while you were filming, because I had never been to Ischgl before. I didn't even know how to pronounce it. But what does an environment like that lend to making a movie?
Well, obviously we shot the entire thing in Austria, and to actually be in the Alps with a movie about the Alps, it just was, obviously it added to the filmmaking, to the cinematography. The setting was fantastic, but it added to all the off-camera experiences, all the time we got to spend just hanging out at the same hotel, eating dinner, seeing each other for breakfast. It built the camaraderie to such a point that we were just so comfortable with each other, when it came time to start filming, whether it's the comedic stuff or the heavy-duty, dramatic scenes.
Well, let's kind of segue into that. I mean, the film engages an interesting premise. How do you react in adversity? What do you do?
Yeah.
And obviously both of you are parents, so I'm going to presume you know exactly what to do. But did it give you food for thought of how you handle yourself when, God forbid, something happens?
Constantly.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it before we made the movie, while we were making the movie, after we've been making the movie, and now during this, even doing press for the film. It seems to be an endless area for conversation in terms of how would you respond, and talking about shame, and talking about truth, and gender roles, all of it. I think it's it really opens up a lot of interesting doors.
Have you been in it? I mean, live in California, an earthquake or something, but are you your mind immediately going to know what to do?
That's the closest thing. I mean, the '95, the Northridge quake, which literally threw me off the couch.
Where were you?
Inexplicably. I was in my apartment, but it's so funny. My mom and my brother were visiting me, and I was sleeping on the couch in our living room. And next thing I know, I was on the floor. So there was nothing really to do or save or anything, but it does, wake you up, wake your senses up.
But I was actually, during that quake, we had our first son was a baby, and my husband and I both just hightailed it to his crib and grabbed him and went and stood under what we thought was a safe place, and then we look up and there was a glass light fixture above us. But anyway, we both went for the baby, which is a good thing.
That is good.
If you indulge me for a second, I'm going to ask a personal question, and that was, during the course of this movie, there's that sequence where you're that first night in bed in the hotel, and you order room service. How many French fries did you eat during the making of that sequence?
Well, guess what? I get up off the bed and I go into the bathroom. I had a spit bucket in there, so that was good for me. However,
I'm on camera a little bit longer, so a couple hundred fries were digested in the making of that scene.
Sacrifices actors make.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking one for the team. Will Ferrell, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. The film is called Downhill, and this is Scott Orlin. Until next time.